Hi guys, it's Katie, and for today's video I wanted to share with you my Goodwill thrift store haul. For this I got everything in this giant bag for $48.41. So I'm going to show you what this bag contains. And just for a totally random moment, if you're out thrift store shopping and you're not sure what to buy, look at things that you'd want to buy for yourself for your daily life. So for instance, this shirt that I am wearing right now, I just bought brand new at Ann Taylor Loft, but I paired it with a cardigan that is also from Ann Taylor, but it is a cardigan that I found while thrifting. So you can find things that you would normally buy in a normal store out thrifting, and one of these costs much less than the other. I went in specifically looking for formal wear in the pink, red, that kind of hue, because I wanted to make a dress for Valentine's Day, something kind of formal, because my friend and I are doing a photography shoot. So I found this really pretty like pink material, and this is definitely one of those things where you buy it for the material and not necessarily for what it looks like or how it fits, because when I went to try this on, it did not fit at all. It did not fit over my head, like it's just no. And with thrift store shopping, you can never trust sizes. So this one is a David's Bridal size 10. I'm normally a David's Bridal size like 2, 4, 6. This wouldn't zip at all. So clearly it has had some work done to it to make it a much smaller size. But again, I'm buying it for the material. These pieces have great amount of stuff. It's got crinoline, it's got tulle, it's got multiple layers. You cannot buy the material new for this price. This was one of Goodwill's half off items, so it started at $6.99 and I got it for $3.50. This thing is crazy and sparkly. So next up, when I was walking around, I found this ridiculous vintage piece for $4. And the reason I was drawn to it was because of all the beadwork. And I know that it's vintage. It's definitely vintage. But beadwork like this is really expensive and also really hard to replicate. So even though I would not wear this in its current state, something like this has a great potential to pop the details off and put on something else as embellished. Oh, this blue dress. This blue dress that makes me feel like Cinderella. I think that's really why I was drawn to it. The color was really pretty and I felt like Cinderella while wearing it. This one was $9. It was not on sale, but it was one of those where the color I just loved. I don't even know why. I think it's because I'm harnessing my inner Cinderella and want to be the belle of the ball. But again, this is one where there's a lot of material, so even if you don't love the way it fits or you don't love the cut of the dress, these are all things that can be fixed, because we are looking for, do you like the color of the material and do you like the material over whatever shape it's currently in, because we can change it. So this was another one where it was on sale for $3.50. I bought this sparkly masterpiece because the detail in the beadwork is exquisite. And again, this is something where I would not wear it as is. I don't love the cut of it, but you can pop the beadwork off and you can put it on a different garment, either one you've refashioned or one that you found, to really jazz it up. I see this a lot in designs from like Urban Outfitters or Anthropologie, where they have a lot of sparkly patches added on, but they look so good. So this is kind of a way to make your own without actually having to sit there and hand make patches, which would just be crazy. And these details are just really pretty. So, and the wedding dress. We all know this is why you really came here. You want to know, am I getting married? And I promise that was not clickbait. The reason I put that in is because I was standing in line at Goodwill buying this when a lady tapped me and said, "Are you getting married?" And I was so confused by her question, and she kind of looked at me like, "You're buying a wedding dress." And I was like, "Oh, you're right. That would make sense why she's asking me this." But the reason I bought this is because no, I am not getting married. Wedding dresses have so much detail and they have expensive materials in them. So if you were going to an event that you needed to wear white specifically, I know sometimes seniors in prom have to wear white, or I go to events where we actually have to wear white formal gowns. So I'm always on the hunt for these, but the material on these are so expensive and they look so nice. So even if it was something where you wanted a lace dress or you wanted a beaded dress, something like that, you can always use your RIT dye for polyester, and you can change the color of them. Ombre them, you can splash dye on them, you just have so much more potential in a garment when it does start out white. So I bought this one, even though just by looking at it, I could tell it was way too tiny. But I bought it because, I mean, it's long, it's got a terrain. This material alone, you can try and buy lace at stores, but a lot of times they don't carry high-end lace, or if they do, it is really expensive. For this, these kind of dresses, they come with things like boob padding, and the dress has boning in it that you can reuse. It's got linings. This one probably doesn't have crinoline. This one doesn't have crinoline, but it does have all of the pieces so that you could remake a dress that did fit you. And maybe it's not going to be long, but you could definitely change it and make it your own. So this one was $24.99, which for me is really expensive, but I did have that thought, like, take a step back and go, you know, for $24, I could make a formal dress, or I could make a prom dress, or whatever I needed, and it would still be a lot cheaper than buying a dress new. So that is what I got from Goodwill for $48. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you are not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button down below. I make videos every Monday and also sometimes on Friday, just depending on how the week is going. If you felt really inspired by one of these items and you want to see me remake it in a certain way, please leave a comment below or send me a picture. I love seeing what you guys come up with. So we will see how these get transformed. Bye guys!